You've got all the awesome games coming out. You got Halo Infinite, you got the new Battlefield, you probably got the new Roblox, and here we are playing Battlefield Middle Earth 2 on Unorian. We have another cast. Hello everybody, I'm RuudDevil. Welcome back to Age of the Ring 7.1. Going left to right is Woodland Realm. We have, it's Pogmisha, Big Poggers. And his teammate is a Mordor. And we have Kek, Check, Ketch. We're just gonna call him Kek, because I think if we could actually get that going, if we actually want to just call this guy Kek from now on, so we always think of Kek W when he plays, then I feel like if he has like Pogmisha. Alright, he's called Progmisha, but he's the Pogmisha now. That's what he's known as, and we love him for it. I think this guy might need to be Kek now. I think these are the important things. Forget the game. I think that's what we need to do. He's going with 4 slaughterhouses? Fucking hell. Alright, this guy's a bit weird. And versus them is the beautiful new Lorien Fortress, Caius. He's around a lot now. And Misty Mountains as Brumby. Who the hell is Brumby? That wasn't rhetorical. Who the hell is Brumby? Brumby, if you're watching, just comment bruh, and then I'll know. I don't want any imposters to write fucking bruh, because I'll know as well. Anyway, so we have 2 elves and 2 evil factions. So that's already interesting. And I'm gonna say something pretty controversial. This map can be one of the best maps. This map can also be one of the fucking worst maps. The number of times people make forward bases on this map and then turtle. I think if people make forward bases and they rush the signal fire and they build their second barracks and they build all their fancy towers and heroic statues, I think the worst thing you can do is go in and attack. You want to just literally sit back, maybe hit them on the flanks, but never rush in. Never run into a prepared position if it's like the same state of the game. Like, if it's 5 minutes in and they've got towers and you just got regular dudes, just don't do it to yourself. Because the more units you lose in the early game, the more you just fuck up. The further behind you get. So, like, there's no forward base at the moment, but if there was, like, literally, as I said, harass his actual base, force him to come out, or just turtle and get siege and, force him out. So yeah, basically, don't suicide into towers. So, hold on. We got Brumby going Moray Goblins, which is amazing, because I never do that. Triple Goblin Cave, okay, bit of an OG boy. And a sort of a semi-forward barracks for Caius. And yeah, I was going to say, like, is he about to creep wargs with regular goblins? Because that would have gone very, very bad for him. Double Sylvan Barracks for Woodland Realm, I guess to counter the inevitable spam. And we saw this guy was going full eco, and we can see why. Oh, this is a bad idea. Okay, if this works out, if rushing Variags works... If rushing Variags works, like, if these guys don't actually die immediately, I will buy Thran Discord Nitro for another month. And I hate the fact that he has Nitro, because he spams all those annoying emotes. Thran messages me about 14 times a day. I'd say about 8 of those messages are just animated Pepes or animated Kek Ws, and I don't like it. But if this actually works out... Actually, they would work out against goblins, because they're really good in melee, they just suck to ranged. They're sort of like the Grim Hammers, but from Mordor. But they're really expensive. Well, weird. Anyway, I'm actually liking this game already because there's been no action, but he's rushing Variags and Eastlings, which is kind of cool. So anyway, 6 Moria Goblins for Brumby. And if these Lorien Archers can get in close... Okay, they've got the Horde bonus there. If these Lorien Archers can just get in close... Fucking struggle saying that word. Sort of like half a volley. Didn't get any kills, but I just wanted to see how much damage these Lorien Archers would do. Because, as I said, Variags just get wrecked to range. So I'm going to keep it on, like, the fixed view. Because line of sight is really important in this. And actually, let's just switch it to Goblins real quick. Because he's got the signal fire. So... Actually... The signal fire doesn't actually give you that much vision. I don't know, I expected more. I don't know. Weird, I thought it'd be more. But I think the line of sight is really important on this map. So I'm just going to keep her on, like, the LOS basis. Alright, is it a heroic statue? It is! RuudDevil! Do I know this game or what? I'm so good. Alright, the horse archers are coming out. And creeping by Caius. This is a really slow start to a game. And I'm not sure what Keck is doing. He made 2 Variags and literally backed off. So they technically haven't died, but then again, they haven't had the opportunity to actually fail yet. Golfimble is here. Aside from the Moria Goblin spam, Brumby is doing everything that I like, and that's the early Golfimble. Maybe he's expecting some Woodland Cav. Maybe he wants to get some Mountain Orc Brutes for the pikes. But both players are sort of just biding their time. Which isn't actually that... Like, you'd think I'd be put off right now. You'd think I'd be like, fuck it, why the hell did I cast this? But I'm actually somewhat enthralled because I want to know how they're going to respond. That's enough archers. Oh, there's some slayers in there too. With the war chant. I think that was a bit of a preemptive war chant. You always want to war chant when the battle... Like, when there's actual fighting. Don't do it leading up to it because they'll just retreat like they're doing now. And Golfimble won't stop. There is one pike, but he isn't going to stop. These slayers aren't in formation, and Lorien archers are providing decent cover for him. They are still Greenwood warriors, remember, so they have pretty good armor. So even though there's 2 archers there. They weren't able to take him down. I feel like he was a bit unlucky there. If Greenwood was able to sort of get stuck in... Oh, we're going to get an XD. Nah, builders... When builders are in trouble, they're like a Mitsubishi Evo. They just fucking drift out of there and they... Yeah. I don't know, I think that's why we celebrate killing the builders. Not only is it embarrassing as fuck, but they're actually pretty fast. Alright, so now we got Cav. And some Sentinels of the Silver Tree. Sorry. No, that's not level 3. Wow, okay. Caius... Do we call Caius a lamer at this point? I don't know. I don't know what the Lorien lame is. It is just 1 Sentinel. And it really isn't looking good for the left side team. Caius and Brumby are actually complementing each other really well. You got the Orc spam and then obviously the elite archers. And that is Moosgarsh. And it slowed down so much there because so many units were on screen. Imagine how slow it was in the actual game. This is weird. This is literally poking. I guess they want to lure them back to the well and their heroic statue. These goblins have... Oh, that's a good counter. I was going to say the goblins do have the horde bonus. Holy crap. Cracks of Doom. There's the wolf summon from Golfimble, but he's actually really low on health, I think, from those Eastling archers. But most of those goblins literally died to 1 tier 1 power, and that's why Cracks of Doom is so useful. And I think I'm actually going to have to Oath Ransom Nitro, because they're actually doing work. They haven't been killed instantly by range, and they managed to get some kills on the goblins. Oh my god, no. Don't tell me they're actually going to... Okay, no, they're failing. They're failing to archers at close range. I think I just saved myself some money! Hell yes, that's the real victory. Level 5, baby doll. Who got the level 5? The Loriens? How the hell did they get level 5? There's still plenty of Mirkwood there. 1 lone survivor. 1 lone slayer is alive. And he was regenning by the well, even though he's not level 2. So there's a fun fact for you. And I think Keck actually lost... I think he lost maybe 1 Easterling, and then these ones were badly damaged. So that was pretty good. I want to see how many power points Lorien's on. Lorien's at 12, and they haven't even picked a tier 1 yet. That was very strange. I think that's how pro Caius is. He waits until he sees what kind of game it's going to be before he gets the tier 1. Maybe he's going to go for the Elven Horn, and he wants to get the Amroth Nahefin. I don't know. Maybe. That's a hard maybe. I feel like this map is actually kind of hard to harass, now that I think about it. Like, he's got lots of goblins here. But I don't know, let's say you go this way. And you can get, like, sandwiched in between 2 armies. And then you go this way, you just run into the other army. I don't know. He's got all these Moria goblins, but he hasn't made them work. I think they might have been a mistake on this map. Cave Bat's way too early. And Pogmisha has made Radagast. I think for the AoE stun, Faithful Guardian, I think, would probably be a good counter to the goblins. I mean, the stun's useful anyway, but that still is a strange first choice. You don't always see that. Alright, Pogmisha is by himself here, still debuffed by the Cave Bats. And Golfimble being really well microed here. He's going to get a big trample. Uh-oh, and Gundached Berserkers are here, backed up by lots of archers. What is his teammate doing? His teammate is just... I think he went to go take a dump. I'm not okay to go for Elven Horn. Dude, if I accurately called the fact that he goes a heroic cav, if I accurately call that, then I might just be the greatest philosopher of this game. I think, therefore I am. Dakan, also RuudDevil. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Radagast is getting skewered by those Gundabad Berserkers. Oh, that's it. That's him gone. That's him totally gone. And slain by Muzgash. Will Tauriel now follow suit? Mordor arrives, but way too late because... That's... Okay, both those skulls on Muzgash's head, or on his head, yeah, good one. On his back are officially Tauriel and Radagast, because he got 2 hero kills there. Mordor shows up way too late. But better late than never, because I think he's getting some kills. He's going to need these Eastling Archers to basically focus the Gundabad Berserkers, because they're not going to die otherwise. They're not in formation, and then... They're not in formation, thankfully. But these Lorien Archers, I think... Holy shit, Caius, how did you rush Malon bows? Sentinels of the Silver Tree. I think this map is Lorien's map. Alright, Cracks of Doom again, he's trying his luck. Yeah, Mordor hasn't really taken that many losses, and he's been sitting back as much as Lorien is. Actually, he's been sitting back more than Lorien, yet Caius is the one that manages to get Malon bows, and Keck hasn't got barbed arrows yet. There's tier 2 from Misty Mountains. Like Martin again tomorrow. I love built on, but I've said that many times, it's still the case. Gothmog is out. I think Golfimble on his Direwolf would beat Gothmog on his Warg. Honestly, the way Gothmog functions at all, given that half his body just doesn't work, I mean... He should be in a wheelchair, let's be honest. I don't think Disabled Orcs sort of belong in battle, but... Fuck it, we'll make him commander of the entire army and have him siege, you know, the White City of Gold. That can't possibly go wrong. Ah, now we see why he didn't get barbed arrows. It's because he's gone for Mouth of Sauron. Farron for Pogmisha is here. And left side is being pushed hard. Dude, I like this guy. I like Brumby. Because he's gone with Great Goblin now. He's doing things I don't usually see. And someone died there. I'm not sure if that was a troll. Muzgash is getting cut down. I think it's all those Eastling Archers. And yeah, their range is far too great. It would be a huge mistake if Great Goblin doesn't get back, particularly since he's engaging Palace Guard. The thing with Great Goblin is that if you're in trouble, you can just pop your first ability to just swarm the enemy. He can summon 1 battalion per his level. So at level 10, he gets 10 Goblin Towners, which... If it's been like an hour-long game, that is one good way of crashing the game. You know, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna lose. Let's try and level up Great Goblin and just crash this game and call it even. I kind of want someone to try that. Alright, so Caius is going full range. And I did call it. He did go with Amroth's Knights. And I think this has to be leveled up. No, you get them at level 1. That's actually pretty good. They are expensive, but they are actually a really... Like, they add a lot to Lorien. They add a lot of firepower, I mean. And he has so many archers that they actually took down a building, so there's that. He's building a forward Malantry and forward heroic statue because obviously Sentinels, not only do they give armor to structures, but they get buffed by structures. They get 15%. So, I'm not sure. Really? If he kills the laborers. He killed the builder. Brumby is merciless. I would have done the exact same thing. I love him for it. But he's harassing now. Mordor is turquoise. Mordor somehow lost all of his Easterlings. They were sitting in the back. Last I checked, they were trying to kill Great Goblin. Yeah, this is looking really bad. This is almost turning into a stomp. Oh no, his Eastling archers are still alive. That's okay. Farron's only level 1, really hasn't got that much XP. The forward heroic statue, the extra buff, and the fear resist is so... You can't underplay just how valuable that is. Anyway, Brumby seems to be switching targets if they're just going to camp in Mirkwood. Well, we're going to go for Mordor, and we're going to take out his eco. The beacon goes here. They're communicating pretty well. Misty Mountains, I think if you want to get good with Misty Mountains and you're not really sure, you want to stay alive until you get... I think you need a level 3 Orc Lodge. Yeah, because the Gundabad Berserkers, literally a blind monkey. A blind chimpanzee that's on the verge of death could literally get Gundabad Berserkers to work. They are that strong. Particularly in formation and with their ability. And then if you buff them with Bolg, then they're even stronger. Anyway, I'm hoping left side makes a good comeback. But that's looking very unlikely unless this builder kill is about to spur a comeback. There goes Cracks of Doom, baited it. The lower troops will die. Or the lesser troops will die. No, he's buffed him with Elven Horn, maybe to save the Moria Goblins. That sounds really strange. We've got an epic hero battle going on here. Gothmog can summon units if he wants. Mouth of Sauron's in there. We need Great Goblin to level up. If he gets level 5, he can start making Goblin Towners. And there goes the Swarm. And was that Elven King's Patience, I see? That was Elven King's Patience. So what's remaining of the Mirkwood army is slowed them down. They've lost all their leadership, all their buffs. Oh, and he's got 2 Greenwood Archers. Correction, 3 Greenwood Archers and the Witch King of frickin' Angmar. I think the right side team just ran into the Little Bighorn and they're about to get scalped because holy shit. Look how long Elven King's Patience lasts. Anyway, those Eastling Archers were chasing after I can't even speak today. After Musgash and just got literally smacked in the face by the Knights of Amdir. Or whatever they're called. Amroth, no, whatever they're called. Yeah, you know. And Gundabad Berserkers will make quick work of these guys. But they elect to retreat. And I'm not sure how Pogmisha actually afforded that, given that he spent money on 2 heroes. I'm gonna guess Mordor sent him money since Mordor's got the lumber mills and most likely the really strong eco. Yeah, there's no way he could have afforded 3 Greenwood archers at 800 a pop. Anyway, a little bit of a setback for the Goblin player, but Kairos' army is still fully intact. He's got the upgraded archers and he's still got his forward base here. Let's have a look what... he's got the mountain... whatever it's called, the monster cave, troll lair, whatever. Maybe get the mountain giant, sort of bait him out.
The largest bow in all the Greenwood.
The largest bow in all the Greenwood. I see. Well, someone's clearly not compensating for something. Forged blades as well. Really quick upgrades from Kai's. I'm actually really impressed with that. And it's kind of... I don't know. It's kind of slow for a replay. It's kind of odd. He's level 3. It's level 5. The Goblin King's Demand. This is the one I like. Because Goblin Towners are free, and you can set up to 3 totems. The totems themselves are weak, but if you just place them in your base, you're fine. Lug is here. Basically the hero killer. He got... Well, not the hero killer, but... the hero maimer, I think is more accurate description. He does have Azog's Headhunter. But I actually really like him because Scorched Earth is just a fantastic ability. And he gets it relatively early on. Level 6 isn't that hard to get. And there's a lot of Mordor here. I think Mordor needs to be careful not clumping too much. Kaius has been getting lots of kills. Although his path does go into Eagles and not cast down its walls. Cast down its walls does kill units as well as buildings, so it's the perfect punishment for people who clump. The eagles can punish clumpers too, but obviously they're susceptible to pikes and to archers. Alright, one more level and Malthasaran is invincible. Level 2 from the Witch King. I was very surprised the Witch King came out. I'm also equally surprised that he didn't get insta-killed. And is he going to go for the charge here? There's only archers in there. Let's see how quickly they decelerate. These are heroic cav, and they got stuck. And oh my god. You can have heroic archer, or heroic cav, but if they get stuck, all these archers, it basically levels the playing field. As soon as cavalry gets stuck, they lose their biggest advantage. And yeah, you saw what happened there. They got mowed down. Did they even have... That was without barbarians. Christ almighty. So I think Lauren is making a mistake, or at least both players are. They've got the advantage. They've fed once already when Elven King's Patience came out, or whatever it's called. And they need to get Siege. Kairos has done really well getting the early upgrades, but he needs to get the Ents now. Literally, your army is stronger, you've got the XP, you've got the upgrades. If you can just bait them out with an Ent, then the weaker army is forced to, you know, confront it because their base is under attack. But they seem to just be ignoring Siege. The tier 3 was not used on an army, it was used on a building. I would have used it here. I know there's a lot of Easterlings, but basically the Eagles can knock down armies, or Eagles can knock down units on their first hit. And I think the Eagles could have knocked down the archers before they shot at it. Anyway, that voice was... or ushered in the arrival of Galadriel. And as I said, he needed Ents. The Shepherd of the Forest, Treebit himself, is arriving. And there's Farron's summon. Lug is very ballsy going in. Great Goblin is a huge target. Still hasn't got much XP. These Goblin Talons are going to provide amazing XP for the Witch King. It is going really slow. It's fucking annoying. Maybe I should have played on high. It shouldn't be slow. I don't know why it is. It's kind of odd, but who knows. Who knows why it's slow, but we'll just deal with it, I guess. Witch King leveling up. You love to see it. I'm surprised all these boys aren't actually focusing him. Those archers with the Malum bows could take him out. The unupgraded Easterling archers fascinate me. The fact that they're still alive, but also the fact that they're unupgraded. This is a very big archer fest, I just realized. It kind of always struck me that ranged power was the ultimate power in this game. They never get fucked up by pathfinding. Their animations never get fucked up. They always do damage. And this really is just... I mean, look. There's 3 groups of different archer armies here. And Bill and Tom and then Bert. No, can we eat him too? He's gone too. Galadriel knocking back basically Mordor's army, but she won't kill any of that because she's a knockdown. And I think Caius is about to... I don't know where Caius is from, so I can't really impersonate him, but whatever his language is for fucking hell, you dumb blord bitch, why the hell did you run in? I didn't tell you to do that! He's probably saying that in whatever language he speaks. I do love the little ominous turquoisey debuff that Witch King puts on people. It's slightly different to the other Nazgul debuff, it's actually kind of cool looking. I would say that Lauren should... Actually, that's a point. Why doesn't Caius just trample the army with his Ents? There's no pikes in there. He could literally just trample all of them. Anyway, tier 3 for Kek comes in, and it's Shelob. Kind of a strange time to do Shelob. There's no heroes there to kill, and you didn't use the poison to just stun them all. I don't know. This is weird. The right side team literally dominated them from like 5 minutes onward. And then he doesn't use Ents to trample an all-archer army. And was way too late making siege. This is kind of weird. Did they say no Ent trampling? I can't think why he wouldn't do it. And Lug is the latest hero to basically just suicide in there, okay? And when this building goes down, the forward base goes down. Oh, hold the phone. The savior of Middle-earth is here. Oh, no, just him. Never mind. And I think that's lights go out, because I just noticed that Lorien's army is being debuffed. So lots of kills. So 2 tier 3s for the left side team.
My arms grow weary.
Watch out, Farron. Ah, the Nandor here Hathol. One of my favorite heroic units are on the field. I like them because they can become invulnerable at level 7, and they can also switch to axes to damage buildings, which I always thought was really cool. Shelob went down, not that it matters. And Haldir, what the... I think because he had a forward base here, Caius has basically sent his global rally point here. Uh-oh. Thrones people have showed up. That was the perfect response to the... Oh, it was kill them all! But yeah, I think Caius has literally set his rally point here. So all these heroes are just suiciding into it and getting no value.
Me? Send back? From where?
I've never heard Radigo say that before. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. Alright, Bolger's on the field. He can buff those Gunda Chads. Yeah, level 1 he does it. Yeah, ruled by fear. This is the one I like. They get minus 50% armor and no XP. But 125% damage. You want to do that when you're attacking the base. You just melt a fort whenever you want. Very strange choice. Very strange decision making by Lorien. Hasn't really done a whole lot wrong, but is still losing. And I think he could literally avoid all of it by just trampling with his Ents. Because that is amazing. Not a single... I mean, now there's a pike. Now there's a pike. But for a long time, there hasn't been any pikes. And with the Morgul Sorcery and Gothmog, I don't see a siege works, but I wouldn't be too surprised if he decided to go Grand and just rampaged. Forge Blades out from Misty Mountains now. That could be big, because these guys are one tanky boys. Particularly with this. He gets an armor buff, which means they'll be able to resist those archers for a little bit longer. And I think, yeah. I think he needs to get some Mountain Giants or some Gundabad Stone Trolls. Maybe Lorien just goes full Archer. Literally full Archer. I mean, he's got 2 on Q, but I think his command points must be full. I think Shelob goes into Mouth of... Oh, sorry, Eye of Sauron. And we always see Rain of Fire, but we don't see a lot of Eye of Saurons. So if Kek goes Eye of Sauron, that could be pretty good. Pogmisha hasn't upgraded his fortress. But I don't think the Eagle Summon from Caius will be enough to take it down. Particularly with this humongous army in the way. They did do Farsight. Maybe he's thinking about it. I think that was Galadriel's Farsight. Has she returned? There's a Gundabad Berserker, almost fully upgraded. There's Galadriel, she did revive. Yeah, so Caius has literally blown through a lot of fucking money. I think he lost Haldir, Galadriel, and then...
They have befouled this place.
I think that was it. Well, desperate times calls for desperate measures, but that's still no excuse for making Galleon. And Eagles go into the Mist. I used to think that was by far the better option, but I think the 300% armor... I think the other tier 4 for Lorien is actually way better. Because I don't think that Mist does a whole lot of damage. I don't know what you guys think about that with regards to Lorien's tier 4s, but I actually think that the armor buff is better. Because it heals you as well. Also repairs structures, which is kind of cool, but I don't think you'd ever do that. Unless you were really desperate. Alright. I would hold off on sending the Gundabad first, and I think he's realized his mistake and turn him around. Now, how does Witch King... The Gundabad Berserker literally died. This is just a... Okay, this is just literally an army of archers. Thranduil's in there somewhere. Holy god, what an absolute cluster this is. He has released the prisoners. Where is it? Yeah, at rank 5. Calls in severed heads. It's actually pretty good. Witch King is debuffing all of them. Uh-oh, Elven King's patience. There's no running away. There's no leaving this city. And that was a good trample until they ran out of charge. Now they're literally at the mercy of Mordor. And come on, come on. Watch your time, please. Brumby, you have it. They're all level 5. They're waiting. The nameless thing is hungry. Come on, how are you not going to do it now? How are you not going to do it right here, right here, right here? Oh, there! Great Goblin goes down, but who cares? And they took a lot of damage. There's a knockback. This is why I wanted you to do it behind, because you could have knocked them into the army, and then you can just kill them. Level 6 Mouth of Sauron. I mean, that did pretty good damage, but he could have got so much more value if he had done it the other way. Radagast has got his stun, which he used. Does Galleon have the improved heal? Not yet. And that's Celeborn, pretty dangerous. I wonder who wins between Celeborn and Thranduil. I think Thranduil just beats everyone. I'm pretty sure he does.
Wolves of Gundabad.
Okay, so it was up to the Misty Mountains player to go for the cab, which was kind of weird. I think he needs like 3 of these, literally 3 of them. Like, just decommission some units because you need more cab because these guys are going full heavy archer focus. Now he's going with Variags, very strange choice. The Elite archers were working well. Alright, I think this is going to come down to someone's army is going to get melted by tier 4s. I think that's how it's going to come down.
Greenwood archers.
Mordor's eco must be through the roof. He is the only one with a fully upgraded fortress. And some more harass. Some more annoying harass by Brumby. And actually, their eco must be good too. He's got the Malon tree, the Well of Galadriel buff. And he's got mine shafts literally outside his base. That's pretty based, but ooh, 1 point off Mouth of... Oh, okay. Okay. This is what's going to happen. They're going to gear up. Right side's going to have a plan. They're going to try and do it. Eye of Sauron's going to come in, and they're going to be at the mercy of those Easterling archers and Greenwood archers. Because Eye of Sauron will just stun everything and anything. Anyway, it seems he lost his armory, but he probably has another one somewhere. Oh, he's rebuilding one. Okay, he didn't. And, there's no harass going on now, but I guess he's looking for it. And now, out of the vision range, he's seeing 2 huge armies emerge. That's pretty terrifying, not gonna lie. Hold on, he's doing a beacon here. Is Kek gonna go on the attack? I think he is. I guess he's just going. If he makes a large push here... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Pogmisha, you need to go. If he gets 2v1, then he's in trouble. But Caius doesn't seem to be moving with him. I think it's going to be 1v1 here. Oh, he's got the tier 4. Does he want to use it? Or I think he can beat that goblin army without it. Hold on, let's see where the goblins are at. Oh, they're miles away. There goes the bat debuff. There goes the bats. Murloc is just going to bitch slap that cavalry charge out the way. Golfimble's going to try and get some damage in. He needs to do his wolf summon, then his level 8. Gundabad Stonetroll gets a really good knockback in there. They're clumped. They're dangerously clumped. This could be dangerous. Warchant comes in, plus the eagles. Caius can get points here, actually. Caius can get... Yep, he's got the points. He's got the points for tier 4, but I wouldn't waste it here. There's fighting going on the bottom, but I'm just going to keep looking at this one. Nazgul are doing work. Bolg is level 3 now. He can buff himself. And I think it was the Cav Trample and the Gundabads that are doing all the work here. Really? Gorbag backstabbing him? Why isn't he moving? Is he stunned? Nope, now he's moving. I think it's slowing down. You want to know why? I have like 5 more tabs open than I usually do. I think I have 5 more applications in this game. So I can't hold it. That was a pretty epic battle. And now in the south, it seems Lorien was well and truly defeated. Tree bit has gone down. The Nandor here, Hathola are all that remains.
Even the smallest
And Galadriel must have died again. But I think the Greenwood Archers are just sort of cleaning house here. Alright. Farron has the 3rd upgrade for his summon. 1 more to go. Mordor did very well to win that. Lorien used a bunch of powers on his army, plus he's being trampled in the rear.
We will help you fight this war.
But honestly, I think also he had Gundabad trolls like knocking back most of his army, and he still managed to pull through. Cast down its walls and a very great Wizard Eye here. Both excellent moves to counter the enemy. Headhunter's on Witch King though. Headhunter is on Witch King. But Witch King moves so fast, you wouldn't even think that he used it on him. There's the Witch King Screech. He is 2 levels from his final ability. Which I thought was This Is My Hour, but I just had to check briefly. And as the Entmoot, they're making a counterattack bottom and mid now. Is the Entmoot gonna fall? I don't think he's gonna get that tree bid. I don't think he's gonna save it unless he uses powers here. How many tier 4s do we have waiting? Scavenger for Brumby. Not sure about that. Spears of Framsburg for... You see what I mean? It does good damage. It killed some Greenwood Archers outright. That's what I mean by it punishes clumpers really well. Felwyn coming in. A brief counterattack. Dude, Moloch is doing work. He's doing God's work. He's got the Rogash Leap. Nandor here, Thor getting cut down. Just too many heroes, man. Shagrad and Gorbag are in the fray. You don't see that very often. And Morgul Vanguard as well. The hero killers. Some of the best hero killers in the game. And how many times does Mutton want to come back? We've got Radagast, who hasn't used Wizard Blast yet. I don't blame him. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Shelob coming in. Summons galore. The Rogash Leap. We literally landed on Bog's face. And if we can see a Witch King level 10, that would be fucking amazing right now. He has Elven King's Patience. That does work on heroes, remember. Radagast has gone down. The Nazgul have returned. They've mounted up. The Nazgul's on his foul steed. There is so much going on. That was Shagrad. I think Lug killed him because he leveled up. Lug is now level 6. If we could see Scorched Earth, that would be really cool as well. I think the Gundabad Berserkers... I know his heroes don't work, but I think these trolls are really clutching it. Could Mordor's Dominate Troll work on these stone trolls, I wonder? That could be kind of interesting. I'll have to test that. Brumby did activate Scavenger during that, so let's see how much money he has. Wait, what the... Pogmish... Wait, no. Keck, what the fuck are you doing? Are you serious? Are you lit? Am I being trolled? Like, seriously? Dude, come on. Come on.
We make war for Khand in the east.
You've got enough points to get both tier 4. Okay. He spends 25 on his tier 4. Then he gets Darkness again. Then he's got 17 points left over. So he's only 8 away from getting Rain of Fire. Come on, dude. Come on. What the fuck?
Make war for Khand in the east.
It seems Caius prefers the tier 3s over tier 4s. I mean, I do too, but I can't help but think the armor buff would really go a long way, just with the nature of the fighting. Like, there hasn't been massive army wipes through abilities. It's just been, like, conventional fighting. So the armor buff would actually go a long way. The Watchers come in. Pogmisha caught napping. The armies of Lorien destroyed the siege, and goblins are here as well. Mordor has yet arrived. And Tariel's sitting on it pretty lonesome. I think he's got 4 Gundabad Stone Trolls. I think he's going to go for it. Emperor's Protection would counter that, because they do counter Siege. And I think the Golfimble level 8 would go a long way, because it gives him armor as well as damage. Alright, this is where Eye of Sauron's coming in. Pogmisha, please, for the love of God. No, no, no. Okay, that was faster than I thought. That was a lot faster than I thought. So, Pogmisha's spellbook is out of the game. He had this and this. Pogmisha, you had about 4 abilities to use. Why didn't you use them? Okay, well this is weird.
Go after them.
This is very weird. Elven King's Patience was used at the very last second. Farron is fighting desperately. He hasn't used his summon. It's playing in slow-mo. And he went for Wraith on Wings. He went for Industry, Wraith on Wings, and Eye of Sauron, and still had points left over. I have never seen anyone have 57 points just sitting there. Alright, fell win, but... And there's Eye of Sauron. But the worm! The worm could... Oh, I think the worm's gonna be nasty here. That is a strong tier 3. Rogash leap into the middle of that. They can't do anything, by the way. No, they can't do anything either. For fuck's sake, would you ignore them? Eye of Sauron lasts a very long time in this game. Legolas is level 7. He should be sniping heroes with his piercing shots. You're gonna fucking need it, my guy. But yeah, I wonder if Orlux can actually convert him. That would be really interesting. Level 10 Witch King. He can do his level 10 whenever he wants. Bolg is literally getting hacked to pieces by every Mordor hero in the game. And Eye of Sauron runs out as the final unit goes down. Literally as the final one. Oh, there's some elves managed to survive somehow. I'm gonna guess a Willen Realm fortress is being built somewhere. Unless Pogmisha literally doesn't have a builder, which would be very upsetting. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to cut for a second. I wasn't expecting this game to last as long as it did, so I actually had to do something. But thankfully, through the magic of fast forwarding, I was just able to just sort of skim through the match and get up to where we were. So the Mirkwood Fortress just went down, Eye of Sauron came out, right side team cried, and here we are again. Honestly, it didn't feel like the game had gone on for that long, and then I noticed the time and I had to go, and I'd been recording for 45 minutes. I'm like, ah, well, never mind. So anyway, we should be in the final stretch, the home stretch of this game. It's been a very, very confusing game. Also, these blips are because I fast forward and it doesn't remove all the action icons when you do that. So, good luck using the minimap. But yeah, this has been a weird game because they had so many powers that they didn't use. They had so many. He's on 16. Okay, I guess it's fine now. But there was a time when Mordor and Willen Realm were just sitting on bundles of PowerPoints and then just didn't use them. So anyway, it seems that the right side team is probably going to win now. Unless left side team has something amazing up their sleeve. Oh, well, Willen Realm is rebuilding his fortress after losing it down here. And the last of the Knights of Amdir are being destroyed. The forward base is still alive. I think, though, Brumby is still using Moria Goblins. He needs a full army of Gundabad Berserkers if he really wants to make... If he really wants to sort of make a difference here. Let's just go through the ecos. So, Goblins are literally bone dry. Willen Realm has loads of money. Mordor has 17k. And Lorien, surprisingly, only has 1,000. So actually, even though they've taken out this base, the Mordor eco is literally strong enough to finance both of them. So if they could start a few more engagements, wipe the enemy team, like basically Lorien isn't going to be able to rebuild these. These are 750 each, plus the upgrades is over 1,000. And, particularly with these Gundabad trolls, they're not even upgraded. He's so, strapped for cash. So, I think the left side team needs to just goad, or just provoke combat, and just literally win by attrition. Because they can't afford to rebuild their army, whereas Mordor can. Let me see, he's gone industry. And that's it. That's all you need. It's so strong. Anyway, the only way that it won't matter is if the right side team is able to just wipe all this without losing. Let's see what happens. Rogash Leap comes in. That's not a good start for that's not a good start for Caius. Are those cataphracts? No, they're Morgul Vanguard. They were running into Easterlings, alright? That's why I thought they were cataphracts. Give me a break. We've got King Thranduil and Thranduilian. Very close to getting Gimli. The Gimli summon. Thranduil's still got a long way to go. Alright, Gundabad Mountain Trolls will... I mean, even unupgraded, they still cost about 1100, so they will pack a punch. Gets the Greenwood Barracks, but yeah, it's not going to mean anything. I want to see an Olog High level 2, and I want to see him use Dominate Troll on a Gundabad Stone Troll. Because if you can do that, then Mordor v Misty Mountains would be hilarious. Oh man. But yeah, the game... It did feel like it was dragging on a bit, and it was going slowly, so maybe it isn't as long as I thought. But I can't explain why it's... I've cast 2v2s before, I've cast 3v3s before... It's weird. This game is running slower than the 3v3 I cast on Ultra High. So I don't know what it is about this replay. Maybe it was a particularly laggy game. I have no idea. But it was weird. So I can't really explain that. But anyway. I hope you guys are still enjoying all the action. And what do we got here? We got Radachad. Level 9. If we get a very great wizard, that could be GG. A very great wizard, low-key, might be one of the best abilities in the game. Because even Word of Power doesn't kill armored units. Like, it doesn't kill, like, the armor upgraded units. Whereas a very great wizard doesn't care. It doesn't care how much money you put into that unit. It will turn you into a fucking cow. Alright, these Knights of Andir, they're sort of just doing... Oh, maybe he was baiting it because Cast Down Its Walls comes in. Gets a few kills, but even the Variag survived. That was surprising. Moloch level 6 now, which I think gives him his troll leadership. And then at level 8, he basically becomes unkillable. Literally unkillable, and it's not even his level 10, so that bodes well. Okay, Mordor is fast approach. Mordor has 20k, fast approaching Rain of Fire, and has 2 tier 3s ready to go. I think even though they got the Mirkwood Fortress, I think left side team is going to win. Look, he's not even able to upgrade these things. Grey Goblin level 6, he could go Goblin Towners if he wanted, but I think it's far too late for that. Are these Sentinels? Double Sentinels is a bad idea. That's 200 command points for 2 units. 240, actually. An unupgraded fortress. Yeah, they're definitely strapped for cash. Okay, Mordor's making their move. This is the final battle. This is the decisive battle. Even if it goes badly for a left side team, when you've got 20k and the other team has like 1,000, 1,500. Okay, Watcher comes in. Let's see the damage. They're stuck between a rock and a Watcher place. Greenwood's under attack. Gundabad's going in with Golfimble. They're getting knocked back. Obviously, when they're knocked back, they can't do shit. If they will not talk. There's the Radagast summon from Lorien. Mordor's responded by summoning Transmen. We are the true Numenor. Well, we are the true Dunedain, that's it. The Worm comes in, plus Shelob. Powers fucking galore. What do I focus on here? The Rogash Leap? And... it seems that Woodland Realm Radagast killed Lorien Radagast, so there's that. Fell Wind to just sort of clump him up for the Worm. Worm seems to be killing a lot of our archers, but Framsburg comes in to just trample Sentinels of the Silver Tree. Okay, so basically, these Gundabads, they're going to get a lot done because they're so strong. But as soon as they die, and they will die... Whoa, 420 for killing Shelob, damn. As soon as they die, Misty Mountains can't replace them. I think it's actually over here. Level 10 Witch King. He's not doing the level 10. I don't know if Witch King's level 10 does friendly fire like Necromancer's does. Alright, Gundabad is getting out of dodge. Oh, maybe he's not. And I think he's gonna go down. Alright, this one escaped on full health. And that one died. Nandor here, Hethol actually losing to Moloch. That's a hilarious sight. Level 7 Moloch. Bolg is now level 7. He's done his armor buff. Not the Sauron. You have invulnerability? It must have been off cooldown. It just got... Wait, Gorbag is in there too. There's fucking heroes everywhere. What do you want? And of course, Mutton. When you complain about heroes, better summon 3 more. Seriously, what the hell do I cast on? Wraith on Wings. Mordor still had that in their back pocket. But Knights of Amdir come in the back line, but will they be able to stop Legolas and Tauriel? I feel like a fucking League of Legends esports caster at the moment because there's so much fucking going on. And Legolas doesn't care what kind of horse you ride. He will snipe you off no matter what. And Orcs are coming in. Level 9. He hasn't even used piercing shots. If he was using piercing shots, I'm pretty sure he would one-shot these knights. Pretty sure. And they're dead anyway. Wraith on Wings taking out the middle base. Murloc is still going like an absolute trooper. Level 8 and has his final ability in his back pocket. So 12,037 power points for Keck. That is his new name now. Alright, Ring of Adamant, but it hasn't been used. I think he got it midway through that battle. He's got 1,000. He's got some Sentinels, some Nandor here, Hethol, and some Knights. Goblins. What has the Goblins got? 2,000. Well, he can make... Oh no, Bolg's still alive. He's still got a Gundabad. He could make, like, 3 Gundabad Berserkers. And he doesn't... Maybe he's getting some heroes back. He's doing Joms in the Deep from his fortress. And the Entmoot is no longer ready because it is going down. And the Olog High is here. So Moloch will give faster XP to the Olog High. So if they can get Dominate Troll, I really want to see if it works on the Gundabad Stone Troll. That was such a crazy battle. There was so much going on there. I tried to zoom in and get the good piece. He's fully upgraded already! Okay, yeah, SGG. Yeah, there's no way they come back. Unless somehow a Balrog can just wipe all this, and somehow... I mean, Mordor's still got loads of money, so I don't know how he's gonna do that. 42 points for Pogmeisha. Remind me to never play with Pogmeisha again if he's gonna neglect power points like this. Alright, we actually do have a level 10 Radagast, so a very great wizard is on the cast. Is on the cards. White Stag has been summoned, that's 300% armor. 300% armor, 300% experience. And obviously enemies are terrified. Let's see if it works here. The White Stag, I mean, if it gives you that much armor, and you obviously activate the ability to give them the experience. I make fun of the White Stag a lot, but it's actually pretty good. Alright, Bolg. I would love him. It seems that he's already used Dual Balefire. I must have missed that. Alright, there's the descent from Mount of Sauron. They've used the Elven King's Patience. There's no leaving this city. You want to combo that with None May Enter? Run away! Witch King's been level 10 for a while. Moloch's got his level 8. Radagast is level 10. Yeah, they got so much still left in reserve. Pogmeisha is 1 point away from getting the Horn. And it seems the stables is going to go down. Still an unupgraded fortress, and I think his last barracks. Yeah, I think Caius. This is basically the last stand of Caius. And another Gundabad Stone Troll goes down for someone that can't even afford it. Ooh, an Easterling Swordsman. Cool. Easterling Swordsman costs a lot. They're like 750. And you need to get the Call All Evil. He's drawing All Evil to him in order to get them. Or is that just for the Cataphracts? No, I think it counts for the Swordsman as well. Alright, place your bets. How long... Oh, the Sentinels are buffing that fortress, so it'll last slightly longer than most. Or slightly longer than I thought. We take this area for Sauron. And he's circling it, and let's just see. You know what? That 50% armor is doing wonders. Oh, but the Sentinels have run out of range of it. And now the health is crumbling. And down she goes, boys. When the player dies, but the Morgul Blade still goes off. So, seen and unseen right there. Okay. Okay. So, here I was thinking... Okay, so right side team literally won the early game. They took out the bottom left fortress. But Mordor Eco was just... He's getting 91 a tick because of industry. Let's have a look at his money now. 21,000. And he has 26 points with Rain of Fire. Holy shit. Mordor Eco, if you just leave it alone, that is insane. Alright, here we go. Thranduil. Thranduil going to solo the whole game. If he does none may enter, he could easily solo it. There goes the horn. If he did the horn afterwards, oh man, he could have got a second very great wizard. Okay, that was amazing. You never see level 10 Radagast, but when you do, it's beautiful. Rain of Fire is the second coolest thing we just seen. Because that was amazing. No, you can't top that very great wizard. There was more livestock there than in all of fucking England, I'm sure. Like, holy crap. Anyway, I mean, this is just delaying the inevitable. He's just making a heroic last stand here. He still has Eye of Sauron to stun anything that could possibly get in his way. Thranduil's got his armor because he's level 7 now. He did use None May Enter, but I don't see where he used it. Is the Watcher going to eat anyone? Is he going to have a little snack? Oh! He ate a Legion of Morgul. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Yeah, one of these dudes. One of these dudes. Not sure how nutritional... Oh! Forget about Orc Nutrition. We have Durin's Bane. Legolas. Legolas, buddy, turn around! He survives a whip? Oh, he didn't do, Ignite. Okay. Really? You summon a dwarf to fight Durin's Bane? Oh, that is poetic. That is so... Wait, Legolas is dead. Does Gimli get to stay then? Oh, Gimli stays even if Legolas is dead. So much shit is going on. And the heroes don't take that much damage from the Fire Breath. I'm surprised at that. Fortress is almost down, but... Okay, Radagast actually just got stood on by Durin's Bane. That was hilarious. He had Legolas, Balrog is stubborn, so you know what, fuck it. We'll send a dwarf to deal with him. Why not? And the fortress is still standing. Balrog is holding him off. That is the Witch King's level 10. Thranduil is in there, level 8 now. Theron could use his stun to literally banish the Balrog. I'm pretty sure it works on him. And Witch King just got yeeted. There's your money's worth right there, folks. Fortress is still standing. Durin's Bane is about to go down. Died before the timer ran out. Wow. Gimli is still going, even though the hero that summons in has been dead for quite a while. And Witch King gets the final hit, the coup de grace. And if he wasn't level 10 already, he would have got a shit ton of XP. If heroes get the final hit on fortresses, they level up a lot. A real fun trick is to use Imrahil's Inspiration to give you triple XP. And then you just let a hero one-shot a fortress and boom, they leveled up. But holy shit, that was such an insane game. I'm sorry for the slowdowns, but that was so crazy. If you have a cast, then you know how to reach me. Just drop it in the shameless promotion on Discord. I am no longer casting Forwards Horizon. I just can't do it, so don't send me Forwards Horizon. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.